Hello and welcome. I'm working on my Christmas junk journal again today. And so today I'm going to be making a shaker tag. So I'm going to make a little tag for my journal that has some snowflakes and glitter in it. And so I had this idea of what I wanted to put in here. And so I'm going to be using these images, the Christmas tree, from I'll put the link below. It's from Creative Fabrica, and it's actually my affiliate link. And if you purchase through it, it doesn't charge you anything extra for it to be an affiliate link, but it does help me out when you do make purchases through my affiliate link. And so I'm using these today, and I'm going to make a little shaker tag and see how it goes. So I'm cutting my paper at 4. Well, let's see here. I'm going to cut it by 6 first. Let's just cut it in half by 6. And then I'm going to cut it 3 3/4. I think is how I'm going to do it. Let me see. Make sure it all is going to fit on there. Yes, so 3 3/4 is what I want. So I'm just going to cut a front and a back for this. Then I'm going to use this oval die that I have, and I'm going to just run it through my Big Shot really quickly. So let's find my other plate. I was missing it. So I'm just going to stack these on top of each other when I do run it through, because I want the oval, the cutout, to match up on both at the same spot. So let's just put it on here. And I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to eyeball where I want the cutout to be. And then I'm just going to try to line it up from side to side to make sure everything looks about even. Let me just hold that down there. See if everything looks even on that. I think that's pretty good. The lines are messing up my eyes. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, just going to run that through real quick. And then back through again. Okay. So yes, it cut all the way through. Let's set this back aside. And I'm going to save these because I think I'll use these somewhere in my journal probably. Also, I went ahead and I aged around each one of the cutouts before I turned on the camera. Got those ready so that you didn't have to sit through that. And so I'm trying to give them a more aged look. And because a lot of the things in my journal look more antiqued. So I have this acetate. It's just a roll I bought off Amazon, and it's actually, I think, to wrap around cakes, but it works for this as well, and it's really good and sturdy. So I'm going to cut it at 5. Cut me 2 pieces, and then I'm going to cut those down just a little bit. So, got those cut. So now we'll add those to our tag. So I'm going to add the acetate first. I forgot to trim the edge of it off. Let's trim it back off here. Okay. Just eyeballing it. I'm not really doing any measurements. I'm just eyeballing what I think will work for this, and that's how I'm doing it today. So then we're going to just add the acetate inside the card here and make sure it does fit. Yes, so let me get some glue for that. Get my Tombow glue. Just going to glue around. Just going to glue around the oval here, just a thin line. That's all it's going to take for this, because I don't want to ooze it into the clear part of my into the view of where the clear part's going to be. I do want to make sure I get it on here good because we don't want any of that glitter and stuff coming out of the tag. So let's see here. And just press that down real good. And then what I'm going to do is just let that sit down, sit aside and dry while I work on the other one. Want to make sure everything's really dry before you add your glitter in, or it will stick to the sides. So, which this right here, the glitter's not going to touch it because it's going to be on the outside of it. Oh, make sure that's cleaned off. Make sure there's nothing on it. Okay, and I have a mess on my desk. I hope you can't see all of it. I'm sure you can see some of it from your view, but I have a total mess where I've been working on my junk journal this week, and I hadn't cleaned it all up because I'm trying to take times when I have a moment just to work on it. So I like to leave it all laying out so I can stop and sit down and glue pieces on when I have time to do it. So now I'm going to add these, but first I want to glue the two trees together. Just going to attach them together right here. That way I pulled out the two that match. Let me get the ones that don't match because they have to be opposite each other. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just a little bit more glue so it'll stick. So when I cut out this file, I had to mirror image one of the tree so that one of the trees would be the exact opposite so that it would fit across the back. And I grabbed the wrong one when I was doing that. So let me get this one. Get it lined up because you want it to not show on either side, and then I'm going to have to age this one real quick so that I can put it inside. Okay, now I've made a mess on that. Okay, so now I'm just going to stick it so that I want it just to show a little bit through the bottom there, and so I can attach it. So let me attach it to the bottom.
I wish I could get all the notches, but
put some glue here, a little dab here, and a little dab here. Okay, and then I'm just going to attach it right here. And let's flip it over and see how that looks. That looks pretty good. And I think I'm going to take some washi tape and just tape the edges down to hold it down and just make it out of the view so that it's not showing. That will hold the tree limbs down. Let me see here. Trim that little bit off right here. That holds it down while it's drying too, because since you're attaching it to the paper to the acetate, it does take just a little bit longer to dry, I think. Get those off my fingers. So here we go. All this trimmed up. Okay, so let me turn it over now and see how that, and that's going to dry clear right there, even though you can see just a little bit. See how that's going to look so far. And I think the tree's lined up good. So now let's add our foam tape to the outer edges of this. And I'm just trying to think, I want it to go across here, the foam tape across the top. And just cut it there. But you want it to, I'm going to have to trim down this foam tape because it is too wide, but I tried a thinner foam tape that I had and it was too sticky on the sides. So the the glitter would actually stick to it. So, just going to take and make this one work. Let me take and pull that back off. Let's line it up straight. See here. Don't want it to show through the window. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to line it up straight over here, but make it so it doesn't show through the window again. But you want to make sure that the glitter's not going to come out either. But I'm also going to sew this shut. I believe in making do with what you have and making it work. So that's what I'm doing today. Since I didn't have thinner that would work, I'm just going to make do with what I have. And I wish I could find my big scissors. I can't. Looking around to see if I see them anywhere. I'll just cut it with this. I should not have took those off. Let me cover that back up real quick. Let me see here. I know I made a mistake. I should have left these on because when I add that glitter to it, if these are off, oops, the glitter is going to stick. It's not actually glitter, but it's, well, it's called glitter, but it's more like a little confetti type stuff. It's very chunky glitter, I guess you'd say. Let me see if I can. So I'm going to add some little red first. Oops, let me move that so it's flat. So I'm going to add some red in there. And then I want to add a little bit. Now these snowflakes, I got these at Michael's, and it says it's specialty polyester glitter is what it says on it. I wasn't really sure. So I thought these would be cute in it. They're white and blues, different color blues. And I think I'm going to add just a little bit of this chunky white glitter. And I just got this out of the Christmas section at, this type out of the Christmas section at Michael's. Hopefully it's not too much in here, but I find that some of it settles, so I want to make sure. And it's going to cling a little bit. I didn't have a dryer sheet. I read online that you could use a dryer sheet on this acetate, but I don't have a dryer sheet to get the static off, so hopefully this will work. Get the lid on that. So now let's get it all to the center there before I pull the tape off, or pull the paper off the tape. And then, don't spill it. So now I'm going to add this one to the top of it. Just going to add it right here, even it up. Got a little bit of paper there where I cut it. Okay, so I'm just going to press it down really good. So we want this to stick. We want to be sure that this sticks really good so that none of our glitter comes out. So I'm just going to make sure it's sticking really, really good. I'm going to press really hard here because we do not want it to come loose. And then I'm just going to cut the corners off just to have a little tag look. So I think I'm just going to cut like there. And then I'm going to use this one on the other side to make it match. So if I can hold that little piece of paper there. Okay. And now I'm going to also I'm going to add a little paper at the tab. To make a little tab here so it makes it stronger. So when I put the ribbon in it, it doesn't tear. So I'm just going to make myself a little tab here out of this paper. And I'm just using a lot of scrap paper that I'm going to be using in my journal. So I'm just going to add this to the top here. Let me see if I bend it over there first before I get started. Make sure. I'm going to cut just a little bit more off. And just eyeball it there. Yeah, like that. And that should help add a little bit to it so it doesn't tear. There we go. And I want to just darken around the edges a bit. It's not really showing up a lot on this color, but it helps to cover up the white that's on the edges where I cut the paper, because this isn't, you know, colored all the way through. So it does help to darken those edges. And where the foam is, it helps to darken that. So it's not so stark white since this isn't the... And we can see that everything's moving around. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, and then I will be right back with you in just a second. We'll see how it sews. Okay, so now I finally got it sewed, and I don't know if you can see on camera, the sewing did really good around there. I wasn't sure how it would do with it being so thick, but it did just fine. And the last thing to do would be to add a ribbon. I think I'm going to add a small ribbon, but I'm not totally sure how I'm going to do the ribbon, but I'll go ahead and punch the hole, and then we'll see how the ribbon's looking, because it's got green and red in the paper. I want the hole, I'm trying to about center it up here, just eyeballing again, and then I am going to maybe use the green. What if I did the green and the red together? Let's see what that looks like. And I can't find my other scissors, so I'm having to use these for everything today, and they're not the greatest for everything. I'm gonna have to clean off my desk so I can find all my stuff. Okay. So, I don't know if I want to tie it or if I just want to loop it in. Let's just see if we can tuck all that in there. Okay, just tuck it around, pull that through. It may be too short, but let's see. Yes, I cut it a little too short for that. So let me see here how that looks. I'm gonna have to work on the ribbon a little bit. I may just tie a little bow around it as well. Let's just wait and I'll work on the ribbon later. But we do have our little shaker tag. And you can see, I don't know if you can see on camera, that some of the parts do cling while others do not. Like the red and the red glitter seems to be more clingy than the blue, and definitely the snowflakes do not cling. So let me see if I can get it all to the top, and then we'll put it back down. So see, you can see everything moving around. I think that's a cute little tag to have in the journal. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit like and subscribe if you'd like to be notified when I upload more videos. And I plan on uploading more videos of my junk journal, my Christmas junk journal, as I make them, the different parts of it. And so I've made some pockets for it in the previous video, and this one's the tag. And I have a lot more tags and things I'd like to add to it, but I'm not sure how many more things I will add. But I'm going to get my junk journal together within the next week so I can start decorating and working in it during December. Well, thanks again for watching, and bye.